Method overriding. If subclass or child class has the same method as declared in the parent class, it is known as method overriding. The method must have the same name as in the parent class, and the method must have the same parameter as in the parent class, and it must be an is a relationship. Example of method overriding. Class bank. Bank is a class. It is a parent class representing a generic bank. It is a method get rate of interest method which returns an interest rate. In this generic implementation, it returns 0. SBI class child of bank extends the bank class. It overrides the get rate of interest method to return an interest rate specific of State Bank of India, which is 8%. And another is a ICICI class child of bank similar to the SBI class. This class represents ICICI Bank and overrides the get rate of interest method to return the ICICI interest rate, which is 7%. And another is Axis class child of bank represent Axis Bank and overrides the get rate of interest method to return the Axis interest rate, which is 9%. Test 2 class. This is the test class to the demonstrate the functionality of the bank, and it is subclasses. It contains the main method where instances of SBI, ICICI and Axis classes are created. Then the get rate of interest method is called for each bank object and their respective interest rate are printed. In this example, method overriding concept in Java where subclasses inherit from a superclasses here bank and override its method to provide specialized behavior. The access level cannot be more restrictive than the overridden. Illustrate this with an example. In this example, the child class attempts to override the display method from the parent class and make it private. Which is more restrictive than the default access level of the display method in the parent class. This will result in a compilation error with the message attempting to assign weaker access privileges was public because overriding a method with a more restrictive access level violates the rule. The overridden method's access level must not be made more restrictive in the overriding method. To fix this, the maintain the same or less effective access label in the overriding method. In this case, removing the private modifier from the display method in the child class would resolve the compilation error. And next question is, the overriding method can throw any unchecked exception regardless of whether the overridden method declares the exception. Illustrate with an example. In this example, the parent class has display method that does not declare any exception. The child class extends the parent class and override the display method. The overridden display method in the child class throws an null pointer exception which is unchecked exception. In the main class, we create objects of both parent and child classes. And call their display methods. When calling the display methods of child classes, it throws a null pointer exception which is caught in a try catch block in the main method. In this example, the overriding method display in child can throw any unchecked exception regardless of whether the overridden method display in parent declares the exception.